Welcome to Effective Evolution. And with this particular video, we're focusing in on Sol757. And you'll notice that there are some particular structures and figurines or whatnot, heads, and they do have very interesting designs on them. And of course, you can come up with some very speculative ideas, and and then the second panorama will be the MSL's 3786 area, and we'll focus in on some particular structures there as well. And hopefully, you can come up with some imaginative extrapolations or whatnot. And let's get started. Active evolution. And today we're on salsa 757, and that would be this particular panorama here. And as usual, it does take some moments to focus in on particular areas. And after a while, you may discern some faces, or to be more specific, some heads or whatnot. And Mars has been found to have various types of figurines, statues, heads, and frozen bodily parts that have been found over the years as well. So this is not really a big surprise. And focusing in on some particular areas, you get to this particular type of face. This would be the mouth area, nose, eye sockets, head. This resemble a turtle or a tortoise somewhat. And you could probably discern this area here. Nasal cavity, eyes, maybe some type of band on the top of the head as well. It does look like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle for some reason. But all in all, it does look like some type of turtle figurine. Might not be, might be a relative of the dinosaur family as well, that has progressed on Mars. And you could discern, first of all, this area on the side here, which has two eyes, a nose, mouth, chin. As well, could this be an ear, and the other ear on this side as well? It is open to speculation, of course. Areas: nasal cavity, eyes, eye socket, mouth area, chin, ear, perhaps an ear on the other side, top of the head. Now it looks like the head has been severed for some reason, probably by predators or whatnot. And when we look at this particular area again, you can see that there's another type of structure. It could be this facial cavity here. Another way of looking at this could be another type of mouth area, eye socket, nasal cavity. And there has been a lot of wear and tear over this figure over the years, of course. Millions, billions of years as well, frozen material. perhaps playing around with the contrast might bring out some other notable features. You can see there is the outline of a face here. It might even be some type of wildcat, perhaps of the feline family. Nasal cavity here. According to how you'd like to perceive this particular figure or whatnot. Does look like there's some type of eye socket here as well. Nasal cavity severed somewhat right here on the bridge of the nose and mouth, chin. That is Msl3786. And this particular vicinity here and there are some very interesting areas to concentrate in and on as well. Now, firstly, after your eyes adjust, you'll probably notice some particular areas. For example, this particular object here. Very peculiar shape to it. Does have some implications. And also some structures here. And after you zoom in a bit, you can notice the architecture is quite elaborate. Would that be created only with nature's work or vice versa? And the split on this particular object is somewhat peculiar as well. Notice how sharp the cut seems to be. Mind you, it could fracture randomly with nature per se, but that is quite a clean cut, you must admit. Is that an artificial cut into this particular object, whatever it may be? And there are interesting symbols on this particular object if you could only get closer to it. And also this object seems to be very designed. And this area was brought to the attention of viewers by Joe of Art Alien TV, Mr. Joe White, and in particular these particular spikes here. It could be indicative of some type of construction, i.e., notice these sharp spikes here as well. It could be the reinforcement to certain types of concrete or whatnot that is used in building and building materials. There are also a bunch of spikes here as well. As a matter of fact, this would add to the theme of this being designed structures. There's some structures here as well, and particularly symmetrical structure here, some type of opening. And in the background there seems to be structures on the slope. Is this some type of village over the interval of time or whatnot? attention just a few minutes ago. You can see how symmetrical it is. Notice how designed this seems to be. Is this some type of craft or some type of tool or whatnot? You would have to play around with the size of it, of course. If we rotate around a bit, you can see that the design is pretty notable. Seems to be some particular patterns here. Is this part of this object or whatnot? And it's located just under the tip of this alcove or whatnot. Very interesting to speculate with. Spikes, very designed, very symmetrical. It's brought to the attention of viewers by Mr. Joe White of Art Alien TV. Very notable observations here. It's brought to the attention of viewers as well. Notice the structures in the background, the symmetry. Is this some type of established settlement as well? Just look how symmetrical and linear this seems to be. It's like some type of entrance to something. And some other structures here in the background. Just notice the architecture here. Patterned, very creative. Just notice this area as well. Oval-shaped structures. And it has become some type of hard, rocky substance over the years. Mind you, it is a mix of ice and debris or whatnot. And some further areas of note. Just notice the particular designs here. Is that architecture of the otherworldly type? Is this whole area some type of building or craft? Just notice this somewhat planned architecture here. Hollowed out area on the inside. Quite remarkable, quite notable as well. 786. And after going over the first panorama with this particular episode of Effective Evolution, sol757, whether those objects were in fact figurines or parts of previously live organisms or whatnot is open to conjecture and imagination, of course. And you must admit that there are designs on there that are quite implicative, and there have been discoveries of this sort found before on areas of Mars, so it's nothing new. And it would make sense that there would be living objects that have had some of their remains or whatnot preserved over time. And of course, it does add to the theme of an otherworldly presence. And with the second panorama, of course, this would be the MSL's Area 3786. And those structures are very flabbergasting as well, you must admit. And after you come across some more detail, perhaps by getting closer or with the use of the probing tools or whatnot, you must admit that there is an advanced type of architecture here. And please enjoy this area, of course. There's lots of more to enjoy and to have research done on and with. And until next time, thank you once again from Effective Evolution. Thank you for your time.